good morning. It's 4:45 in the morning and I'm on the way to the gym. Still trying to wake up, but I'm eager to get it done. Not as excited as I usually am because I know it's deload, so it's not going to be anything special, but I've just got to get through this week. The one thing that's getting me through this week, as I keep saying, is the fact that I'm on a strength block next week and we're going to be lifting heavy. I haven't really got much to say this morning just because my brain can barely compute that I am awake. Yeah, I'm just happy to get it over with today. Almost at the end of the week, we start my new block on Monday, so I am excited and I like being excited. It's been a while since I've been excited with my training, so that's good. One of the questions I was asked is how to break through plateaus, especially in more advanced lifters or experienced lifters. If you are a beginner or a novice, should I say, the first 12 months to 2 years, you'll probably find you will progress very quickly. You'll get a lot of those newbie gains, a lot of the bodybuilders talk about, and that is correct. You will find you will see a lot of development quickly. You'll progress quickly, and it'll feel like you could max out every week and hit a new PB, new PB, new PB, and you'll probably find you don't have to recover as much. But the more experience you get, the more your body adapts to being in the gym, and it adapts to the stimulus. You will hit a certain level where you'll find your progress slows down, you're having to fight for it a little bit more, and you're going to have to start recovering a bit more. And plateaus are kind of the exact same thing, really. You might find your lift stall, you're fighting for your next PB, but you feel like you can't get it. It's very common, even in more experienced lifters. They sometimes feel like they hit a wall and they're not sure why. Usually, you know, you need to look at your training, how you've been training. It might not be serving you. You might not be progressively overloading anymore. Obviously, it's going to depend a lot on the individual, but it's going to be down to training and your recovery. You could be overtraining, might not be recovering enough. Your current training cycle might not be serving its purpose to you. Might not be progressively overloading. Now it is this is going to, like I said, it's going to be dependent on each individual athlete. But if you've looked at all those, then I would consider adding in different ways to progressively overload. So say you've stalled on bench, there are lots of ways to implement progressive overload without trying to push the numbers up, the weight up. So you could, for starters, you could slow the tempo down. So you could slow down the negative and then come back up, slow down the negative, repeat, slow down the negative. So you're increasing time of detention. Because that is a big factor in muscle building anyway. You could do pause bench. So you've seen me do pause bench quite a lot. This also helps with strength off the chest. So if you struggle with at the bottom of the bench press, if you struggle at the bottom of the exercise and you struggle with the bar of your chest, that's a good way to implement increased strength off the chest. But again, it adds time to tension. So it's looking for ways to increasingly make the exercise harder without increasing the weight. So you could also do things like you could progress the weight a little and you could add resistance bands, because that's going to increase the tension on the bottom of the lift as well as the top. Squat, again, you could do tempo squats, so you could slow it down, increasing time and tension, and then repeat that. You could do pause squats. That's good for the bottom of the squat if you struggle with at the bottom of the squat and increase strength coming out of the squat. You can do split squats. You can do Bulgarians. There's lots of variations you can do to increase your chances of breaking a plateau. It's going to come down to your training. Your first baseline is always going to be looking at your training cycle and your recovery, looking at your training periodization as well, which is training cycle, and how you are implementing, you know, hypertrophy, strength, etc. So I'm still trying to wake up here, so I'm really talking like a zombie at the minute. My brain's still struggling to compute. And then you would kind of consider the exercise supplements, so exercise accessories, time and detention, trying to progressively overload without increasing the weight, and then you would take it from there. So I will do a dedicated video to this on its own, because I think it is one of my things, because I have been stuck in plateaus before, and I will give you tips on what works for me, but again, it's down to the individual. And if it was a client that was coming to me, I would assess their training cycle. Oh, there's a fox. The training cycle, recovery, nutrition as well, and then we would assess their think about adding in training supplementation. So that's all I'm going to say for that, because I've been waffling on for 6 minutes and I need to take my pre-workout because my brain still thinks we're in bed. So I will see you for squats. Right, so as one deload, it's pretty low volume. Got 2 working sets of 6 reps. It's a pretty large margin, so it's from 75 to 95. So I'm going to go to the high end, just because I want to lift heavy. Right, so this is my first working set. This is 95. I'm going for 6.
just for a bit of variety, I'm doing hack squat today instead of leg press. Got 2 working sets, 15 to 20 reps. I'll keep it fairly light because I haven't done it in a bit, and it's very humbling. Oh. So just to switch it up a bit, I'm doing a different variation of RDL today. So I usually do barbell or dumbbell, but the belt squats are also good for RDLs because you get constant tension. So I just want to switch it up before, because in my strength block I will primarily stick to barbell. So six, 7, 9, 11, And that is the session done. Really good session actually, because it was a deload. Because in most of it, it was kind of a leg focus session. I got a really good upper body pump. I just added on some biceps on the end. I'm not going to hit them too much because I have got planned exercises for tomorrow. So it's more of an upper body focus day tomorrow. So I will do some more then. But my arm's feeling good. So it's just trying to keep a good balance. But considering I'm fasted, I've had minimal sleep. I am feeling good. Like I said, I only done a couple of upper body exercises and it was pretty much just very light today because it being deload. But I've got a fucking good pump. I don't know why, but I'm really like pissing a sweat today. Not moaning, but it is what it is, I suppose. The pump is real. I mean, I'm not complaining, but damn good session. And that just proves, even on deload, you can have a good session. So yeah, really happy. I'm going to do some cardio and I'll see you in the car.
And just like that, I'm back in the car. That was surprisingly a very good session. I always get a little bit demotivated with deload, and I've said this a lot, but I just kind of want to prove my own point, just to myself as well really, because I know deloads are vital to performance and recovery, but I also at the same time hate it at the same time, because I know I'm not going to be lifting heavy and blah blah blah, all that shit, but that's just my ego talking. It was a good session. I'm only on my second session of the week. My deload's a week long, so I've only done one session so far, and I can feel a difference already. My body is less achy, I feel less lethargic, I'm feeling pretty good, and I'm at the point now where I just want to lift heavy, but I know by the end of the week I'm going to be like feeling good, like better, and I'm going to be ready to lift some heavy shit, which is the whole point. So yeah, I'm really happy with how today went. Went pretty smoothly. Sorry it's not an exciting session, but it will be from next week. Hang on tight, bear with me. But yeah, I got a really good upper body pump. I only done a couple of upper body exercises. You'll actually see I actually implemented some military press today, which is just barbell overhead press, standing. You'll probably notice I don't do a lot of overhead work, primarily because my goals are squat, bench, deadlift. Overhead press does have its place, especially with supplementing the bench, but it's not the best exercise, but it does have its place. Like I said, I don't do it a lot. I had an injury, I think it was about 2 years ago. Started, I think, we're not really sure where it started, but we're thinking it was from a car crash. Someone drove into me, and it really messed up like kind of my shoulder on my right side, and ever since then I really struggled with like overhead press. It took a lot of work to get to the point. I lost all strength in my one arm, so I couldn't even pick up like a dumbbell. I couldn't even pick up like a full mug like of coffee off the side with my arm extended. It baffled the doctors, it baffled the physio. I had to go for nerve conduction studies. Nobody really knew what was going on. So I worked with a physio, and just kind of off my own knowledge and experience, because nobody kind of knew what was going on, and I was just implementing things in rehab and physio and just trying to see what clicks. It took a while, but I've got it back to kind of full strength and stronger. So yeah, it was weird, but if I do too much overhead volume, it does flare up a little, although touch wood, it hasn't it's almost probably has been 2 years. But I have to keep it nice, relaxed, supple, do a lot of stretching, mobilising, etc. But yeah, decide, look after your body. but that's why I don't do too much, primarily because it's not exactly needed. Although I love training shoulders, I love push, I love upper body, so I do implement it for the bodybuilding side of things really. But again, it does have a place in, you know, powerlifting strength, but it's more of a supplementation rather than an actual baseline exercise. But yeah, it was a good session. The pump was real, considering I've had nothing to eat, and it was deload. Yeah, I'm really happy. I don't know if you can really tell from here, but like I said, I'm sweating so much. Now, don't get me wrong, I always work up a sweat, but I'm sweating more than usual. It was dripping off me. I don't know why. I mean, I've got shorts on, but it's pretty cold. When I woke up this morning, I think it was about 8 degrees, so the weather's not changed really much. But yeah, I was literally dripping. I mean, I'm not complaining, but it's just like really weird. But yeah, I'm really happy with the session. So that just goes, it proves my point that I've been trying to preach to you and myself. You know, although deloads you might think aren't working, you know, working days, you think it's, oh, what's the point, you know, I'm not going to make any progress. You will make progress, and you will be surprised how much better your body feels when you just take that little step back. Because I've still been lifting, you know, I've still been getting a bit of a pump, I've been getting arms, and it just proves my point. Yeah, deload, make yourself better, recover hard. Yeah, so I'm not going to sit here and bore you too much today. I am going to get a dedicated video out. I've got a few I want to do, so I've got a bit of a checklist. So I'm going to do one that goes into how breaking down fat loss, weight loss, and put it simply. I'm going to do one on how to break through plateaus. Sorry, I've just completely gone blank. So yeah, if you've got any subjects you'd like touched upon, please, I'm asking you, you know, drop a comment, let me know what you'd like discussed. It helps me, it helps you, and yeah, that's really it for now. Thank you for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe if you haven't. I don't want to sound like a beg, but it really does help, and it makes me aware that I'm, you know, reaching some people and helping some people. And thank you for the people that do comment. I really do appreciate it. And you know, I sit there and I will try and answer everyone and reply, because I just love it. I love fitness. I love chatting. I love chatting shit, and I love helping people. So if I can, I will. So drop a subject in the comments you want touched upon, and I will do it. See you in the next video.